got that shit that's pronounced behind them phantom curtains. And I got that swagger working. The title of this video is misleading, y'all. I just put this title of this video up because I know people are going to jump on and listen, so I had to do it. But really, the title of this video is really going to be about how people choose who they choose and why they might be picking the wrong woman or men constantly. Why they can't get it right. Why they can't seem to pick the right woman or man. You know. But since we're on that title, let's talk about the title part. What men don't get as far as a woman and her looks is a lot of women pretty much are damn near equal when it comes to looks without makeup. So sometimes men are so caught up in this damn makeup and shit that they don't choose a woman for who they really like her for. You get what I'm saying? And when it comes to women, a lot of them are still trying to use looks to attract a man. I understand that men are visual creatures. But if you are looking for a man to really want you, looks is the last thing you should be trying to attract a man with. I know it don't make sense. You're like, well, how the fuck I'm gonna attract a man without looks? Because you still look good, but you don't put an emphasis on it. You don't make it your main priority. See, a lot of people are getting attention from the wrong motherfuckers simply because they all on their little story, putting their little face up and all that bullshit. But they still ain't finding love. You just finding dick. You ain't finding love. You know why you not finding love? Because you're not using you. You trying to attract men with you're trying to make men like you with their eyes and not their heart. It's no different when a woman uses her looks to attract a man. It's no different than a man using money. And we all know that, yes, all women want a man with money, but if you strictly just use your money to attract a woman, that could lead to destruction. She's probably not going to love you. Versus a woman who loves the fact that you are getting money about you. She loves that about you. There's a difference. There's a difference between loving you with because you got money, or loving the fact that you go get money. There's a difference. That's a trait that she loves in you. But anyway, the title's misleading, and I'm gonna say that all through the title because, again, if you take makeup off of every woman, it's damn near almost a tie with all women. I'm not gonna say every woman, but for the most part. So all that, the look shit, it really should be thrown out the window. And before people say, you're just hating, do I look like an ugly person to y'all? Nah, I just don't put an emphasis on my looks or looks in general. Does that mean that I would deal with a woman I'm not attracted to? No. But if I had to choose between a 5 and a 6 and a 10, let me say that, pay attention to this part of the book. If I had to choose between a 5 and a 6, right, versus a 10, right, but the 10, let's just say that the 5 and the 6 had way more to offer. They had way more going on, better mother, better this, whatever. And the 10, basically, she just looks good for the most part, and that's about it. Which one you think I'm gonna choose? I'm gonna choose a 5 or 6. You know why? Because they're still beautiful. See, looks ain't everything. Just like when it comes to a man, a lot of times women, not every woman, but some women put too much emphasis on looks. You're not dark skinned, I can't fuck with you. You're not light skinned, I can't fuck with you. You're not white with blue eyes, I can't fuck with you. You're not 6'5", I can't fuck with you. That shit don't mean nothing, people. I mean, it does to a certain extent. Don't get me wrong. Don't put words in my mouth and say I'm making a video saying get with some ugly person. You gotta have attraction. But like I said, if I had to choose between the 5 and the 6s that I'm attracted to, versus a 10, but these 5 and 6s going to school, whatever, they just better. They got overall better. They're overall better for me. Which one you think I'm gonna choose? Now, a lot of men who are dumb, they're gonna go after the 10. But if you take off the makeup of all 3 of those girls, guess what? You probably gonna have pretty much an even tie when it comes to looks. So what? She looks a little bit more better. So these other girls got way more going on for themselves. And that's how women got to treat men sometimes. Oh, well, he's 6'5", but Tawan, or I hate to use myself because I don't want people to think I'm talking about me. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people twist shit and think that, oh, no, nobody likes this guy or something. Nah, man, I say this for us, man, because I don't want people to make bad choices, especially the people who actually want somebody and want to be happy. These are the videos I make for y'all, the kick against the players, the male and female players. My videos strictly to attack and expose them and take the wool off of them. So the people who are actually looking for somebody can actually start thinking more. Like, I can't hold your hand and help you pick the right person and shit, but I could put some seeds in your mind like, damn, I never thought of that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to women, a lot of times they'll throw away that 80% to get that 20%. That's backwards. Understand, nobody is perfect, including yourself. So why the fuck would you throw away 80% to get 20? That don't make sense. It just doesn't. And this is why a lot of women they pick the wrong guy. This is why a lot of men pick the wrong woman. Because they looking at shit that holds no weight. I'm gonna give y'all an example. Oh, such and such, oh girl, she don't have status. So, see, well, I can't use that because, you know, men don't really give a fuck about status, but women do. So let's just say this. A man who has a lot of likes on Facebook because he has status. What do I mean by status? Not necessarily that he's special or he's some fucking, you know, he's doing all these great things in life. He just simply out there partying and clubbing and know every fucking body. But a woman, some women, not all, but some women will choose a guy like that because they think this makes this person special. Like, oh, everybody talks to this person, so he must be a special person. Not necessarily. He just might be out there and talking to everybody and everybody knows him. But if you know the world like I know the world, you know once you start hanging around a lot of people, there's a lot of backstabbing, there's a lot of crossing, there's a lot of just deceit and destruction. And if you're a smart person like me or some other people, you don't want that. So you're not around a lot of people. But guess what? Men or women, like, well, not women because men don't care about status, but as a man, if a man stays to himself, a lot of times he won't have status, and a lot of women won't. They will look at that and say, nah, I can't fuck with him. Not realizing that, hey, maybe this guy's not fuck with a lot of women because he don't want to, or maybe he don't hang around a lot of men because he knows how motherfuckers are. He know how, you know, deceitful men are and how men could cross you. Not only that, motherfuckers only want to hang around you for the most part if you got something to offer them. If I take all the money I got in the bank and start and say, oh, let's kick it, dog, man, I have all the men, man, I'd be the biggest status motherfucker out here probably. You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers would kick it with me and fuck with me just because I got something to offer them. But if I don't offer them shit, they ain't got shit for me. You see what I'm saying? Because even men will cross, if a man is willing to cross a woman who sucks him, fucks him, does everything for him, which they do a lot of women wrong. So what makes you think I stand a chance? What I got to offer? Just friendship, right? Come on, man. Most men are gonna cross you. As a man, you gotta understand that shit. But back to the subject, man. All women are beautiful, Amanda. That's facts. Now, all women might not be beautiful to me. Don't get it twisted. But I know she's beautiful. Just because I can't look at her and say she's beautiful, does not mean she's not beautiful. You know what I mean? So back to the subject about that shit, man. The title's misleading. I just did that so y'all come on and listen to my video, honestly. Fuck it, y'all got me. You know what I mean? It really wasn't about that. It's more about why people pick the wrong motherfuckers, man. So that's a lot of it. A lot of it has to do with that. You'll have a man pass up on a woman or just fuck a woman and I need more women, and because it's like some men want to sleep around with different women. Why? Is it because everybody's pussy is different? No, that's a lie. You know, either your pussy's good or not. So you would have to break this down. Since we understand this, either her sex is good, okay, or bad. There's no this one's this and that. Nah, you know how people try to say that everybody's all different, all that bullshit. Nah, that's some bullshit, man. It just is. So you have to ask yourself, why do men keep sleeping around? Because they look at this woman, she looks a little different than that one. And then this one looks a little bit different than that one. What they don't understand is they all beautiful, man, at the end of the fucking day. So what are you really looking for? You're just putting bodies on your fucking shit and taking chances of catching something or something. Or getting a woman pregnant and being on child support or something. But you can't tell rockhead niggas nothing, so fuck it. Why should I even care? You know what I mean? I don't care. You know, and another thing with this status bullshit, you know, a lot of people make it seem like they doing shit on Facebook, you know what I mean? And what happens is they get praised for it and they don't end up doing something great in real life. You have a lot of people, I'm gonna say that shit again, you have a lot of people who really ain't doing much in real life. But when they come on Facebook, everybody patting them on the back and they some god, and guess what? You know what that's gonna do? That's gonna cause them to not go out in the real world and be it. Because why? I could just get on Facebook and take my medicine. I'm not happy with my life medicine. I just log on. Now I'm somebody great. Now I don't have to face the fact that I'm in debt or this or that. Because I could just log on Facebook. Now I'm some celebrity superstar that everybody pats on the back and all this bullshit. And a lot of men are guilty of this. I mean, I'm sure women are too. But definitely men, because they are judged on their success, right? Let's just keep it a buck. Men are judged a lot on their success. So a lot of times men are faking their success. And one of the easiest ways for them to fake it is to hop on Facebook. Motherfucker live off of a woman, but hop on Facebook and he's some boss. I've seen it with my own eyes. So yeah, man, I don't really have much more to say about it. But you take makeup off of all women, damn near all women are tied when it comes to looks. So really looks can be thrown out, honestly. You know, it's more about attraction with me, not fucking looks. And I think it should be the same way with you guys, women and men, especially men, because all we do is care about looks, but that's where you fuck up at. You have a lot of men passing up on a lot of great women because, oh, this woman looks a little bit better. Her eyebrows a little bit better. She has a little bit more curve to her ass, or her titties a little bit bigger. Just dumb shit, man. That doesn't. You're gonna throw away a whole great woman for a fucking ass or some titties or something. It don't make no fucking sense, man. But men will do it, and they will continue to do it because they don't understand. They don't understand the overall, you know, platform when it comes to choosing a woman. I've even had to catch myself, you know what I mean, at times, but I get it now. And another thing that people will do, why they pass up on people, is they're so focused on people who don't want them, you know, they don't even see the people who do want them. Or it'll cause them to act that way towards the people who do want them. Because they so worried about, they and their feelings about because somebody didn't want them. It happens. The best woman on earth, I mean, there's no way to put who's the best woman on earth, but let's just say the best so-called woman on earth gets rejected. The best so-called man on earth gets rejected. It happens to the best of everybody. So stop letting that oh, this guy right here didn't want me, and I feel some way, so I'm gonna keep chasing his validation instead of dealing with men who actually want me, or it's gonna cause me to treat all these other women wrong, like they not good enough, or these other men wrong, like they not good enough, because I think I want this one or that one. And sometimes the ones you want ain't even what you think they are. Another thing that people fuck up on is moving in too quick with each other. Yeah, that's right. Unless the situation calls for it, like y'all meet up and y'all getting to know each other and life just puts y'all to where it's best for y'all to move, that's fine. But you know, a lot of people falling in love in 1 week and shit. And I know y'all gonna be like, man, it's possible, Twan. You can love somebody in a week. Nah, I don't think so. You can have strong feelings for somebody in a week, but to love somebody That's going to take, for one, how can okay, let's say I meet a woman today and she's everything I thought that I wanted in a woman. Yeah, strong feelings, no doubt about it, because you're very high interest. Matter of fact, it ain't even really feelings, it's high interest, because feelings take time. Real feelings take time. You could, in your mind, you could say, yeah, I'm feeling this person, but real feelings take time, you know what I'm saying? And I could prove that by, if I met the so-called perfect woman for me today, and I'd be feeling her extra strong, right? And she leaves tomorrow, or let's just say I found out she had a boyfriend the next day, it wouldn't hurt me. Why? Because my feelings wasn't real. Versus if it was years later, now that would hurt because my feelings for her are real. So miss me with that in love bullshit on first sight. I need to know this woman's flaws. How can I love a woman, truly love? How can you truly love a woman or man if you don't know their flaws? That means that's a part of them. You have to know a part of you have to know a lot about a person to truly know if you really love them or not. You have to go through something. She might have lost her job or something. See, this is what I mean. And then you got people so quick to fall in love, so-called love with each other. And then once that shit fizzles out, now they breaking up and shit. If they would have just took their time, they probably had a way better chance. But since they jumped all in and all that bullshit, that shit burnt the fuck out quick. Or it wasn't real love to begin with. So that's why you have a lot of this back and forth bullshit. But I think I'm done talking about this shit, man. You know that Facebook shit and that social media shit, man. All it is, it allows people to become something they're not. And I don't give a fuck what man is watching this video and has a problem with what I'm saying. I'm actually helping you, dog. I'm not hurting you. All that high camp shit, it sounds good. It looks good. It gets you likes, you know what I'm saying? And you will deceive a lot of women, and you probably will get some pussy off of it. You know what I mean? Not top quality, because top quality women ain't foolish like that. Plus, they got their own. So, but anyways, it's not going to help you as a man. You know what I mean? If I sit here and say I'm a boss all day and shit, knowing I'm struggling in real life, or know I live off a woman or something, that's not going to help me as a man. You feel what I'm saying? So, men could take it as hating, but really I'm just helping you, man. You're not going to. Them likes might feel good, man, but it's not helping your life. It's not paying your bills. You know what I'm saying? It's not making you become the ultimate alpha male that you could ultimately be. You're using. See, the problem is let's just say a man's really not doing much in real life, but on Facebook, I'm alpha male now. You'll never reach it that way. And that's why I thank God that I'm not a high status guy on Facebook, because that might alter me and distract me from doing what I'm trying to do in life. I might start getting comfortable with that. Instead of actually trying to be that person in real life, I'll just log on Facebook real quick. Now I'm a superstar again. You see what I mean? So I thank God for that. And the danger when it comes to women is it's easier for them to become this catapulted person. This catapulted woman that has thousands of options. But in reality, she does not. If there was no such thing as social media, all those fake options that a lot of these women are getting would not exist. That's the danger of it. And that's the danger of women. Look at me on my live story and all that bullshit. Yeah, that shit's cool, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But understand, you're attracting a lot of bullshit heat that you don't want. You making it even harder. You thought it was hard to pick a good man, find a good man before the social media. All women doing is burying themselves and making it harder, man. Because now you're inviting more options. Yes, they are coming, but why are they coming? Because you using looks, right? So you want a man to just like you for looks. I'm telling you, that's not going to end well for you. A man who likes a woman strictly for looks eventually will. Take Fabulous for an example. Why did Fabulous leave old girl? Because he probably just liked her because of her looks primarily. And then he realized, I don't really like this person like that. I thought I did, but I really don't love this girl, man. You know what I mean? This happens. This happens, man. So women need to understand your looks is the money part as far as a man. Just like, a man, y'all women tell men all the time, don't do that. You're going to attract gold diggers and this and that. Well, don't do that with your looks, because you're going to attract motherfuckers who want to fuck more than anything. You want a man to try to like you with his heart, not with his fucking eyes, man. I'm telling you, man. And I know y'all be like, well, I want to look better than the next bitch, blah, 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 whatever the fuck y'all want to say. Fine. But you understand at the end of the day, you know, what you're presenting to the audience is not really, it's not really 100% facts. Like you want a man to be able to love you when you first wake up in the morning with no makeup on. That's the one you want to look for. You know what I mean? Just like a man wants a woman to not like how I am now. If a woman, you know how I be doing them lies in fucked up clothes, work clothes and shit. If a woman don't find me attractive in that, then she don't deserve me when I'm in this. You feel what I'm saying? That's very important, but people overlook that shit. You want to do things to attract a person, but ultimately you want to show them your worst too. See, everybody wants to present their best to attract people, and I get why. But at the same time, you got to make sure that, is this person attracted to me still at my worst? See, there ain't nobody coming on Facebook doing no story or that patent bullshit what they do with their hair. They ain't doing that shit when they first fresh out of bed. You know what I mean? And that's no knock on them. I'm not saying, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that these women are not beautiful without makeup. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, your goal when you putting on all this makeup and shit is to attract men, right? And you claim that you want the right man, right? Well, that's probably going to be the wrong way to do it. That's why I say that, you know, a lot of times a woman should just be socializing on social media more than anything, instead of just coming on here trying to attract men, especially with your looks, because it's still not going to find the right one. And if you do, it'd be like hitting the lottery, picking the right lottery numbers, because now you got all a whirlpool full of motherfuckers, and you don't even know who's who. Yeah, sure, the looks feel good. I'm getting worship as a woman, fine. But now, I mean, what's your goal though? Is your goal to ultimately just be worshipped by people, or do you want to pick the right man? Well, like I said, man, you're attracting a whole bunch of bullshit. I think they think that, you know, by doing this, nah, man. Yeah, they do it for themselves to feel good about themselves, but you know that, come on, man, you know they doing it for men too. That's like me saying I'm taking a picture just for me. Shit, I'll just leave it in my phone if that's the case. If I take a selfie, of course I want the audience to see, hey, look at me, I'm a decent looking guy, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why I don't like male pictures. I'm not trying to like hate or nothing. I just, unless there's a meaning behind the male's picture, you know what I mean? Like he holding his daughter or some shit like that. But other than that, shit kind of awkward to me. It's awkward if a male like my picture. Like, that's awkward a little bit. But it is what it is, man. I'm not here to judge anybody, man. I'm just telling women the truth. Like, as long as you keep trying to use your looks to attract a man, I mean, it's a good chance that you're probably not going to pick the right one. You know, the only exception to that is if a man is not really, you know, just looking at you for your looks, or just don't like you for your looks. That's the only exception. But, I mean, what's the odds of that shit happening? You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, man, if you really want to attract a man for your looks, then fucking roll out of bed with no makeup on and make a story that way. See how many motherfuckers still say you look good then. Then you'll start to see maybe that's how you can weigh your real options out. Other than that, have fun with the fake options, or the options don't only want to fuck. And that's the same thing with men, you know what I mean? You know, you could say I'm boss and this and that, but in real life, who you really are in real life, expose that person on Facebook. See how many people are clicking, liking your shit then as a man. But y'all have a good one, man. Gotta go in here and fix my mom's TV and shit. Just wanted to chop it up with y'all real quick, man. Oh, and another thing, that compliment bullshit. I gotta get on that real quick. You know, this is why people pick the status, and this is why, you know, a lot of women will, I need a guy with a bunch of status and look a certain way and all that. And I get it to a certain extent. You know, I get the fact that you want to be seen on the side of somebody who look good and all that. But this is the key to all that fucking bullshit, man. I have to be attracted to the person. I don't give a fuck about, you know, Lee David, what he feels about my woman. He might feel the woman I'm with is the ugliest woman on earth. I don't care though. See, y'all caught up in what everybody else thinks so much that you don't even know if you think the motherfucker attractive. You just, as long as everybody else thinks he's attractive, I'm gonna pick him. Or with a man, I need this trophy. I don't give a fuck about no trophy. You know what I mean? A trophy to me. I don't care about what another man think about a woman I pick. Matter of fact, none of y'all like her. Good. That's even better for me. That's even better. Like, I like her to death, but none of y'all like her. Bet. Shit, that's perfect. People don't look at it that way, though. They want everybody to like what they got and all this other bullshit, man. That's why a lot of times men get away with cheating, because a woman, first thing she gonna say, oh, these women want my man. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. You see how that shit works, though? That's what it all be about a lot of times. That's why if you don't have social status on social media, a lot of people will not fuck with your page, because it's all about how many people are on here and how many people are going to be seen and how many people fuck with this page and all that bullshit. Shit that don't matter. Ain't none of us no fucking celebrities, so that little status that you got don't mean a fucking thing. It's all about paying your bills and doing what's important as a fucking adult. That fucking shit ain't going to make me better as a person in real life. If you a celebrity, then yeah, that's different. That's real status. But this other shit, that shit ain't no real status, man. A lot of times it's just a motherfucker who know everybody, which is a dumb thing to me, because, you know, if I knew everybody, that means there's a lot of back crossing, backbiting, back talking, and a whole bunch of other shit going on. I don't even have people in my house no more. Back in the day, I didn't know no better. Yeah, people in your house, people stealing, spilling shit on your carpet, all that bullshit. Now, nah. We gotta be super tight to come in my shit. You gotta be somebody day one or something. You know what I'm saying? You ain't coming in my shit and in my car. I remember that. Fucking secret seats burnt and shit. Nah, man, fuck all that. So y'all can have that status. That's why I don't have no status, because I seen it. Way back since a teenager and all that. I seen how people move and shit. I'm like, man, I don't need all this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I dig, you know, a characteristic in a woman who don't have to have a bunch of female friends, or who definitely ain't trying to have a bunch of male friends. That to me is a characteristic of a person who doesn't have to be surrounded by a lot of people. They are also strong. They can stand on their own. You know, a lot of people who have to be surrounded by a lot of people, they're kind of weak, if you ask me. They can't be alone. They have to be around people. They have to have attention and shit like that. And I'm not trying to judge. It's just facts, obvious. Unless you're around a lot of people because you're doing business or something like that. But just to be around a lot of people to kick it like a teenager and shit, nah, I'm not. I can't justify that. I'm just sorry, man. Especially if you got kids now, you got a wife or something. What could justify this behavior? There really isn't none, unless we talking business, right? So I guess that's about all, people, man. I don't know what else to say about the shit, man. But yeah, the compliment shit, man. Y'all gotta stop that shit, man. You know, looking for somebody to compliment you. Compliment your fucking self, first of all. You know, when you pick a mate, it's supposed to be for you, not for the fucking audience. Like I said the other day, I remember back in the day, like kindergarten, well, maybe not just kindergarten, but like lower level school, there was a couple women who liked me in private. Like, when it's just me and them, they love me to death. But when they're in the cert, they like, nah, I can't. Because, you know, I was like a poor kid, you know, Goodwill clothes and shit. So in the public, they couldn't really say nothing. Like, when a lot of people were surrounded, they didn't act like they knew me. But in private, you clearly see that they like me. Like me. So, you know what I mean? This goes back to even then. You know what I'm saying? But that shit don't mean nothing, man. Because at the end of the day, man, you have to deal with the results and the consequences of the person you're in a relationship with, not me or the public or anything like that. So some women, they stick with a man who's beating on them, cheating on them, or whatever, but, you know, as long as other women want him, so I can't leave him, Twan. Other women want him. That's stupid. But believe me, this shit goes on. So before I go, man, I'm gonna make this shit clear one more time. Let's say a girl is a 5 and a 6, right? and they got everything going on. You know what I mean? They're mother-wise, all that. And you got this 10 over here, but all she basically got is looks. Any intelligent, smart person, and the man is attracted to the 5s or 6s. Let's keep that in mind. He's attracted to them too. Any real man with logical thinking is going to pick them. The only men that's going to pick that 10 is the ones who thinking with, I just want to fuck, and he's not logically thinking. No way. A perfect example is this. You think Jay-Z can't get somebody who looks better than Beyonce? I'm sure he probably could. But overall package, I don't think so. You see how that works. You got women throwing away 20% or 80% to get 20%. And they going to keep doing it because they don't know no better. They don't know what to really look for in a man or woman. They so caught up in their circles, what their little girlfriends are saying, and following the trends of them, they go after what they say. Sometimes a woman be like, look at him. And then their circle be like, he's ugly. And everybody in her circle think the dude look good. But they hating. Yeah, I'm going to say that shit one more motherfucking time. A woman always looks to get approval from her circle. Look what that. I met Twan the other night. And if her friends are really not her friends, and they really think that Twan look good, oh, they gonna be like, nah, don't get him, girl. I promise you that bullshit. And men will do that shit too. Oh, I fucked her already, bro. Or some shit like, oh, you weak, you getting whooped. You know what I mean? Trust me on this shit, man. Can't make this shit up, people. This is why the danger of caring about what other people think when it comes to fucking picking somebody is so dangerous. This is why looks and money and status, yeah, they're important, but if you put too much emphasis on it, it actually causes you to miss out on the right person or not be able to see the right person or whatever. Same thing. Miss out on the right person. Same thing. You know what I mean? Some people's appetites will never be satisfied because they so caught up on his looks, money, and status. And you know why? Because there's always somebody better. If I'm so caught up in his looks, money, and status, even a 10, there's still a better 10, looking 10. I can look for I'm going to be looking until I'm dead. If I'm caught up on money, there's always going to be another dude with money. Or a girl caught up on money, always another dude with more money. You caught up on height, there's always somebody taller. I could go on and on with this shit. You ever heard that people gotta know when to let somebody go? Well, motherfuckers gotta know when to cash in they fucking chips. When you dealing with looking for the right person, you got to know when to fucking cash in your chips, man. Because if you don't, you gonna always keep looking. This is why you get a lot of men who want to just keep sleeping around with everybody until they hit their fucking wall, and now they realize, damn, I missed out on a wife in life for some pussy that everybody was fucking. You know what I mean? This is real talk, man. Learn to cash in your fucking chips before you miss an 80% man over this 20% bullshit. Other men, or vice versa, with you men. Because I'm going to tell you this, man, nobody's perfect. So you ain't finding no 100%. You say, oh, that's bullshit. Odell Beckham's perfect, or whoever. Morris Chestnut or whatever. No, they not. You just think they perfect because you don't know them. You don't know their flaws, which goes back to how can you love somebody if you don't know their flaws? Nobody's perfect. I guarantee it. Nobody is perfect. All those fine ass women y'all men think are perfect, and you willing to throw your whole bank account out and drink her bath water and all this dumb ass shit, throw away your masculinity and manhood, which is more important than anything. Yeah. She's not perfect. Never throw away your masculinity, manhood over any woman. They not gonna like it anyway. They say I want the man to move the mountain and bow down. No, they don't. The moment you do that, you lose. You men need to take notes on that. You letting women run you, you lose. Sometimes women just test it to see if you're gonna kick back against it, see if you got balls as a man. And what do I mean by balls? I ain't talking about huffing and puffing and punching on people. Nah, when it comes to a woman, it's a different type of balls. Then you got balls that say, you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm willing to lose you because you're wrong for that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to let you do this or that to me. But, you know, hey, some men feel like if I don't do this, I'll lose her. And guess what? That's taking your masculinity away. So it goes deep. You know what I'm saying? It goes real deep. If a woman really fucking with you, she not gonna just leave you because you stood up for yourself or you was right. She gonna realize that he was right. I see why he said no or something. You know what I'm saying? But as a man, you really gotta have them balls to, if you know you right or something, nah, well, I guess I gotta lose you then. You just gotta be willing to be that man, you know what I mean? It's just the way it is. So yeah, man, none of us are perfect, y'all. So get that shit up out y'all heads, man. I know there's people who seem like they're perfect out here, and that's why a lot of people keep chasing these motherfuckers for their validation. They keep chasing them for their validation, but in reality, they're not perfect. They might be perfect for you. Don't get me wrong. There's a woman out here perfect for me. There's a man out here perfect for you. There's a woman out here perfect for the next man or whatever. But they are not perfect. You see what I mean? They're perfect for you, but they're not perfect. And people need to come to that realization. I think people get it twisted when they say they want somebody perfect for them. They think that the person is perfect. That's not how it works. It goes back to the 5s and 6s versus the 10s. The 5s and 6s could be perfect for me. Why? Because they got everything that's important, even the looks. But the 10 over here, she pretty much only got looks. Yeah, she looks a little bit better, but if you take off makeup, probably even. She looks a little bit better than the so-called 5s or 6s, but when it comes to everything else, that shit don't even matter because they got way too much more. So that look shit, that blows that shit out the water. Matter of fact, let's say the 5s or 6s has better sex too. Come on, man. No comparison. Any fool in his right fucking mind would pick this. Same thing with women. We could say 5s or 6s as men, and you got a 10 over here, and you got 5, 6 men over here. I mean, you're attracted to these men and everything, just like I said with the woman thing. Why would you pick the 10? Why? Explain to me. What's the logical reason? No reason, except for lust and stupidity. Or some imaginary thing that you think that this 10 is some perfect person. And he's not. And that's the crazy thing. That girl 10, she's not perfect. You see what I mean? So, yeah, I'm going to let y'all go, man. I'm out.